The state has called more than half of its witnesses in the Vallow Daybell trial.
The convicted killer is accused of plotting the shooting that barely missed her former nephew-in-law. And Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum is live now with more on what happened in court today. Justin.
Mark, Ellen, after multiple delays last week, things are moving quickly this week. Initially this morning, the lead case agent for Gilbert PD was supposed to continue his testimony. For whatever reason, 5 more witnesses were called to the stand before the prosecution brought in these other witnesses, including Pillar. Now, we watched testimony from the owner of a window tinting shop in Rexburg, Idaho, who says he did work on the Jeep Wrangler, which is the suspect vehicle in the shooting at Brandon Boudreaux's home in October of 2019. He discussed placing a 5% tint on top of the factory's 20% tint, meaning a small amount of light is allowed into the glass. It's very dark and hard to see through. Remember, at this point, Lori and Alex had moved to Rexburg, Idaho, as she was in a relationship with now convicted murderer Chad Daybell. Another witness from the DEA testified to a license plate reading camera showing the Jeep with no rear tire on the I-40 around 26 hours before the shooting. That's the suspect vehicle. We heard from forensic scientists who tested DNA from the Jeep Wrangler after it was recovered in November 2019 as well. And the responding police officer who says Boudreaux was bewildered after the shooting, even more distraught once he saw the bullet hole on his Tesla door frame. Retired Officer Marianne Robb asked him if he had any enemies at the crime scene. Now, Lori is asking about the next witness. And here's what Marianne Robb had to say.
Did you talk to Brandon about who he thought might have been responsible for this?
Yeah, I asked him if he had any enemies that would be doing this.
And so because of the way that he talked to you about this, where Jeep is parked there and he arrives and the door comes open and a barrel of a rifle comes out, were you trying to determine who might be the person doing that?
That is correct, yes.
Did Brandon tell you that the only thing he could think of was his soon-to-be ex-wife's family?
Yes, he did.
Did he tell you that he thought this might be in relation to an incident that occurred in Chandler?
Yes, he did.
Did he provide you the names of people who were involved in that incident that he thought might be involved in his shooting?
Yes, he did. He said Lori Vallow and Alex Cox.
As we know, Vallow Daybell and her late brother Alex Cox conspired in the murder of Charles Vallow on July 11, 2019 in Chandler, just a few months before this shooting outside the Boudreaux home. Of course, the jury doesn't know the details about that case. Also important to note, today marks 5 years since the remains of J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan were discovered on the property of Chad Daybell. Their mother, Lori, has been convicted for their murders. I'm Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum.